Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great week of episodes here with Bracketball as we discuss the NBA draft, its potential sleepers, and players that teams might should target late in the round and in spots that might not be considered to be necessarily the golden picks, but spots where these NBA teams can grab players that are very valuable to their franchise and potentially end up being good NBA players. It's really hard with the draft. You have so many sleepers. You have so many guys that are not respected coming out of college, but they end up being some of the best players in the draft. I mean, we've had a 60th pick in Isaiah Thomas be getting MVP votes. We've had Austin Reeves, who went undrafted. He's now the third best player in the Lakers. There's so many players deep in the draft that have so much value and can really be great NBA players that have long careers in the league. So again, it's Drew Veach here on Bracketball, and let's get right into it. We'll be looking at Ryan Hammer's list of some of his big players on his draft board and talking about which guys I think can have long-lasting careers in the NBA. Let's get right into it. Starting off, looking into a few guys that I think can have long-lasting careers in the NBA. We'll start with guys that I think from the guard position, if you can shoot the basketball, you can play in this league. Mark Sears, I think, obviously had a great career at Alabama. I think he could be a very valuable player. He's very small. Obviously, that hurts him a little bit. Just a sneaky left-handed guy, though. I think he could see lots of time in the G League, but I really could see him being a guy that could be on an NBA roster and have a chance to get some playing time throughout his career. Kobe Bryant, to me, he's a guy I would seriously have a strong consideration of taking in the late first round and early second round. He might be 50th on Ryan Hammer's big board here, as he's obviously one of our biggest trusted college basketball insiders. And Bryant might not be talked about widely around the league, but I have seriously never seen as consistent of a shooter really at the college level. I can't really name someone better. You can name guys, you have the Trae Youngs of the world, you have all the guys that can create their own shot like that, but Kobe Bryant gets it off quickly. He has lots of elevation on that shot and has the height and high release point to really get it off against any defender, and he's just simply one of the best shooters in this draft class, and he's a guy I'd easily take a risk on. Another guy likes Curtis Jones. He has long-range ability. I could see him potentially being in a Peyton Pritchard six-man role. I really like him in the second round. I think I'd take him early in the second round as well. And I just think he has so much value in the guard position. Just the way he can score. He has the floater down. He can hit the mid-range. He can shoot it from way outside. Just a very smart basketball player that's played lots of games in his career. Tyrese Proctor, not necessarily a guy I think really would pan out in the NBA, but I like his value in the second round. I do think he's just a kind of a creative, do-it-all type of guard, rebounds well, has good size and frame. I do like him, just don't know how he's going to pan out in the league. Milos Uzan, I actually think it wouldn't be the worst idea for him to return back to Houston. But if he does stick in the draft, I think that a team could really be getting a guy. I just really trust Kelvin Sampson guys in the league. I mean, these guys are built for tough basketball. They're built to compete. They're almost built just to beat out any guys they're competing with for a spot in the G League or a spot in the roster in the NBA. He's a guy that you don't want to see guarding you when you get to training camp. You don't want to see him with the ball in his hands. Very smart basketball player. Got that Houston mentality. He's great. I also love Ryan Kalkbrenner. I just think that his size and ability, he always defends without fouling, great at blocking shots. He's just a center that can cause havoc with his height, but he also has such good touch and skill. He's a guy, he doesn't necessarily fit the modern day NBA style, but it's not as bad as you'd think. I mean, he can step out and hit the three. He can make plays. He's a guy that I really do like in the second round. Now looking at some other guys, Amari Williams out of Kentucky. He is a very, very versatile big. I mean, can pass, can score, can rebound. I mean, he's had triple-doubles this season. I think his value is just a guy that can be a hybrid off the bench and really do a little bit of everything, just not shoot it well. That's an issue. But he's a guy you'd like to take a chance on. A guy we'll also talk about that announced he's coming back to college. We'll get into some more transfers later this week. But this guy will not be in this NBA draft, but he's a guy that I'll be talking a lot about for next year's draft. And that's Isaiah Evans out of Duke. The Blue Devils are going to be scary next year with him coming back. Very, very big-time information from him going back to the college level. I think the two Arkansas guys, I do Thiero and Boogie Flan, I actually think they'd benefit from going back to college. I know we talked a lot of guys that have upside in the NBA. I think those are two guys that really should go back to college and continue to improve before they get to the league. A guy I'm pretty high on, Todd Pettiford. I know he wasn't great in the Final Four, was not great in the biggest games of the season. However, just such a shifty guard, can score, can pass, and he played on such a good Auburn team and still managed to be sometimes their best player in games. I think that just says a lot about him, and it really just screams to how good he can be with a good NBA team and the right fit. Another thing you have to think about, a lot of these guys, it really is all about fit. It's just about how you can find ways to get in the right system and get in the right roster. I think that's the main thing. I mean, just another few guys that I feel like will just be good NBA players go to the first round, and I've already talked about this last week. But I mean, guys like Liam McNeely, Rasheer Fleming, even out of St. Joseph's, LeBaron Philon, Thomas Sorber, Ryan Hammer's draft board even has Walter Clayton at 16. I think that's pretty high, but you cannot deny what he did at the college level. Nick Clifford was great all season for Colorado State. And then going up to the top of everything, I really like Yegor Demon. I really like Kasper Siakachonis. I really, really do love Trey Johnson. I think he could really be one of the greatest players in this draft. I know the flag talk, I know the Harper, I know the Ace Bailey talk, but Trey Johnson to me has every tool in the bag. So that'll do it for our job on covering the NBA draft. Big board for Ryan Hammer. I think there's so many guys in deep value in the second round. This is shaping up to be a really good draft class, and I'm so excited for June 25th as we get to see where these guys will go and what fits they will play in. And then there we have Summer League. Just a great time of offseason. There's always something happening with the NBA. We have playoffs going on right now, but it's always fun to look ahead to these players that pay their dues in college. They'll get a chance to even be drafted in the second round. Just getting drafted in the NBA, it's a huge blessing and privilege. That'll do it for another episode here on Bracketball. It's Drew Veach giving you the best college hoops and now NBA draft analysis you'll ever find on the internet. Just proud to uncover all these great players, talk about so many guys with different skills and abilities and so much upside in this draft. I'm so excited for this draft. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for so many players. It's very top-heavy. Whenever the lottery happens, that's going to be something to watch. You want to see who will be able to get Cooper Flag, but then picks 2 through 6, you're getting great potential franchise-altering players as well. It's going to be great to see. I'm super excited. As always, here on Bracketball, put something in the comments. Give it a like. Subscribe, please. Anything is very appreciated and helpful. I'm just so excited we get to uncover this with you all as great college basketball and NBA fans. We'll have another video soon. And we'll talk more about the transfer portal and how it changes some of the bigger programs in college basketball. We'll get into some other fun off-season things. I'm super excited here on Bracketball. As always, so much great content. We will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.